What up, people? Kamari Yellow's here, Finance Rebel. You're listening to the Finance Rebel Show. You're watching the Finance Rebel Show. Y'all know every week on Wednesdays, we go live, we talk money. I answer your money questions. So tonight, I already have a couple questions in the queue set up already. We'll definitely get to those. But we're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. We're going to talk about crypto and tax, talk a little bit about what Apple's got going on. I got a question, right? Since it's Black History Month, I got a question I'm interested to ask everybody. And we'll definitely get to that shortly. Again, Apple's got some new things in development as well. And you definitely want to talk about, again, crypto and taxes. There are a lot of people that are confused about a lot of stuff that's going on out there in the world. So again, you're watching the Finance Rebel Show. This is our Wealthy Wednesday segment, and we are here to talk about money. So before we get going, I have a question to ask everybody. So last week, there was something put on the table, right? There was something put on the floor, and it was kind of a request of me that I start an investment club. And so I know I've talked to you all about it before, talked to y'all about different things before. I've had some hesitation about doing it, but it seems like many of you are really interested in it. All right, so I just wanted to put that back out there on the floor and see what everybody wants to do. Because if you want to do it, I'm down, but it's going to be work. It's not going to be, just a walk in the park. Y'all not just going to have me out here running around picking stock picks for y'all. Y'all going to have to do it as well. It's not going to be free, but it's not going to be cost prohibitive either. But I'm looking for people who are serious. So if you're really serious about getting involved in the investment club, do me a favor, text me at 215-974-0058 and text me investment club. Again, 215-974-0058 and text me investment club. Make sure you put investment club in there, okay? Now, question of the day. It is Black History Month, right? So we got to talk a little bit about Black History, but I saw a really interesting question today that kind of stumped me a little bit. So this is the question. I had to write it down. What is your favorite fictional Black character? So throw that in the chat for me. Chime in and let me know. Again, what is your favorite fictional Black character? I have a whole plethora I could run through, but I want to see what y'all came up with. But it's hard for me to narrow it down just to one because there's so many. And again, it's Black History Month. Many times our Black creatives and our Black authors are not recognized. So here is a great time for letting everybody know what y'all checking out, what you're reading, what you have read, and then we can share some of that knowledge as well. All right, so just a quick check-in with everybody here. The Forbes is in the building. Hello. All right, Jose, how are you? What's up to you, sir? All right, so the Forbes says he's down. All right, so you got a text. You have to text to 215-974-0058 investment club. So if y'all want to do an investment club, I will only do it if the people say they want to do it. So again, text investment club to 215-974-0058. I think there's about somewhere between 15 and 20 people that said they want to do it. That's a good amount. But again, just want to test the waters, see who really wants to get busy. Okay? So today, again, and don't forget the question, who is your favorite Black fictional character? So go ahead and throw that in the chat. All right, and remember, Wealthy Wednesdays is all about answering your money questions. So don't forget to throw your money questions in the chat as well. And when you throw your money question in the chat, put a Q in front of it so I can find it quickly. All right. All right, so let's get this party started. All right, so the Forbes says he's down. Lorenzo Davenport said, absolutely, will crypto be a part of the investment club? Maybe. I'm not totally sure. I'm not against it. Crypto is very volatile though. And this will definitely be for education. So I'm down for it to be in there, but I'm just not sure What levels? But I'm down for crypto. All right, so Philly Amplified said Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil is definitely on my list. I'm afraid to share some of the people on my list because y'all might not like some of my folks. All right, so Sharad68, I hope I'm saying your name right, said Black Panther. That's definitely one of them. Huey from the Boondocks. Listen, there was a point where I would not watch the Boondocks because they just dropped the N-word way too much for me. But then I got caught up in watching it at some point, and I saw that Aaron McGruder and all his genius was actually using the N-word intentionally. He was using it intentionally for various different reasons. Y'all know how our community gets. It does have different it has different contexts, right? In different situations. So I got it then, and he used it masterfully. The Boondocks is one of my favorite shows. Definitely one of my favorite shows. All right. So let's get busy. So listen, Apple is making crypto transactions available on Apple Pay. So, as Lorenzo talks about crypto in the investment club, clearly it's here to stay, and it's clearly something we need to be aware of, right? We need to be educating ourselves on. I'll be honest though, I am not with a lot of people that feel like crypto is the holy grail. It's going to solve all black wealth problems, but I'm also asset agnostic as much as possible, right? I do lean towards the stock market. However, I do believe all assets and all asset classes can be leveraged and utilized for our collective wealth accumulation, benefit, preservation, and also transfer as well. So again, I am not against it. All right, so we got one question. Let me start that question already. I see some more people are joining us on the IGs as well. Teach everyone about money. Welcome. DV Brown, welcome. Leak Lock, how are you? Linton USA, Mr. Robert Lewis is in the building. Teach everyone about money. Welcome. Jay Nice World, how are you? Brown, is that Brown Buddha Bay? I like that. That's a dope name. Humble and Joyful. Kaizen Minded Invest Podcast. See, you done changed the name on me and I didn't even realize it. I love that. Kaizen Mind Podcast. Okay. That's my homegirl Gia there. And LFA07, how are you? All right, so Philly Amplifies, another one of his favorite black fictional characters is Killmonger. Okay. I'm not really a Killmonger fan, but I get it. It's not about me, it's about y'all. But like I said, Apple Pay is now going to be accepting crypto on their platform. That's pretty major. So do many of you use Apple Pay? Do you use it on your wallet? I have an Apple. I'm broadcasting now on Instagram using it, but I don't use Apple Pay. Actually, I don't use any of the pays, the Google Plays. There's a couple other wallets. I don't use any of those. I'll be honest, I was a little nervous isn't the right word. I was a little leery about letting my phone now be my wallet. And I know that's the way of the world. But I was a little leery of making my phone my wallet. So, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure at some point I will get to it. All right, so this story has me cracking up. Now, I'm only going to talk about a little bit because my Super R-Star producer is going to help me research this a little bit deeper. But Nancy Pelosi and a couple other congresspeople are starting to push for banning lawmakers from doing trades. Now, the reason why I find this utterly hilarious is because Nancy and her husband are some of the most notorious traders in Congress at this point. They get muddy. So here's an article I'm sharing right now from the New York Times, because it's her and another gentleman, I want to say he's from Montana, that are pushing this, right? So stock trading ban for lawmakers gains momentum on Capitol Hill. A bipartisan push is growing to bar members of Congress from trading individual stocks, an effort pushed by vulnerable lawmakers eager to take on perceived corruption in Washington. The other thing they're not telling you, though, is that Nancy has an opponent. That's why I keep telling y'all gotta we have to be involved with politics. We have to understand the game. We have to dominate the game. Why? To make things better for our community and our people. But she has a challenger who has been calling her out up on her insider trading, or her alleged insider trading. I don't want to get in trouble with those folks, right? So again, this is very, very interesting. So the New York Times goes to say, an effort to strictly control stock ownership by members of Congress is gathering momentum on Capitol Hill for the first time in decades, fueled by politically vulnerable lawmakers who recognize the potency of signaling to voters that they will act on the perceived corruption in Washington. The issue of banning the ownership and trading of individual stocks by lawmakers is complex. It raises questions on just what other kinds of personal investments or economic liabilities could be perceived as conflicts of interest, and how far the prohibitions should extend. Speaker Nancy Pelosi of California and Steny H. Hoyer of Maryland, the House Minority Leader, initially expressed opposition. I wonder why they expressed opposition, because they know this might mess with their money, right? And now it's not clear how far Ms. Pelosi will go to ensure passage of strong legislation. Now remember, the Congress works in two ways, right? You have the House of Representatives and you have the Senate, right? So usually one or the other can introduce a bill. The House of Reps or the Senate has to vote on it. It has to clear that body of Congress, and then it flows to the other. And then once it passes there, if it passes there, it can then go up to the president for being signed. So you basically have two chambers of Congress that always are duking things out. It gets very contentious. It's definitely a lot of mind games being played, a lot of political games being played all the time. But we can't be serious about wealth if we're not serious about our politics. Why? Because there's a lot of money that's held up in politics. And it's things that we don't even realize, right? Just to give you an example, books as it relates to your children's schooling, police, firefighters, traffic lights, roadways, things like that. All of those things go through some type of political process. Guess what? Redlining, and all of y'all should know what redlining was part of a political process at some point. And the fact that black folks we weren't able to be there at the point because redlining started in the 20s. But the fact that black folks weren't there, we couldn't speak up. We couldn't defend ourselves. We couldn't defend our communities. Now, that's not the case. Now, we have the ability to be there, to be present, to be counted. Some people will say politics is nothing but politics. I get it. But when you see how much money is allocated through the process and we voluntarily just say, no, we don't want to be involved, we're basically saying we don't want any of that money to come to our community. We don't want to fight for it. We don't want to be bothered for it. And guess what? We're all taxpayers. So if we're all taxpayers, it will behoove us to go get our money. Like Dr. King said, we are going to Washington, D.C. to get our check. So I bring up, again, Nancy Pelosi because there is a whole lot going on as it relates to money, as it relates to finance. And again, I'm just really, as the article stated, I'm really questioning how far she would go with this, or is this all shenanigans? All right, so just reading more and more, but pressure mounting from rank and file members in both parties and both chambers of Congress, the top two Democrats on Wednesday signaled an openness to action. Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, the majority leader, took to the Senate floor to embrace a stock ownership ban and encouraged Democrats to reach out to Republicans to reach agreement quickly. Ms. Pelosi was less effusive. That's an SAT word that I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. Telling reporters at her weekly news conference that she would accept such a ban, but with a complicating twist. She wanted any stock limitations including a toughening of existing disclosure rules on stock ownership and trading that now apply to members of Congress and to the executive branch to also apply to the judicial branch of government, especially the Supreme Court. Actually, that's a good idea. So anybody that has information and evidence that your average Jill citizen has, and those are usually people in Congress, Senate, White House, Supreme Court, should not have the ability to go trade on it. I actually agree with that, but I also think she's throwing a bit of sauce in the mix just to clog up the process. So I don't believe Nancy. I don't believe her at all. I think she's definitely disingenuous, but this is important. So I'm definitely going to do a deeper dive on this. Let y'all know what kind of money Nancy's made over these years, her and her husband, and how much she could stand to lose from this. So stay tuned for that as I put that together and publish it and put it out. Now, there was a piece I put out earlier today that I want y'all to go check out on my YouTube channel. All right, me and Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog, or Erica Williams at youtube.com. We just put out 3 ways tax refunds destroy wealth. So I want y'all to go check that out. And tell me what you think about it. I want to have a conversation about that. So there's the link right there. You can go on over to my YouTube channel and you can quickly find it. All right. Now, there's always been a lot of talk about crypto. There's a lot of confusion about crypto, right? What is crypto? Cryptocurrency is basically digital coins, digital assets, right? They run on the blockchain. The blockchain is basically kind of like the highway that it runs on. The crypto or the coins or tokens are kind of like the cars that run along the highway. And the highway is blockchain. Blockchain is the software that enables all of this to take place. There's a lot of people, though, that think that you can run to any kind of crypto, any kind of blockchain, invest money there, and never, ever have to pay tax on it. Well, that kind of started in the beginning. Legislation, the rules have evolved. Now, currently, before there was any guidance, people looked at Bitcoin like it was Wild Wild West. They didn't know what it was. Now they look at it as an asset. So you have to be really careful about this. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, I know my audience knows this, right? But the IRS has been asking questions about crypto. They want to know, do you own any digital currency? So much so, there's a whole question about it on the 1040 tax form. And that's the tax form all individuals have to file, or at least the ones that have a filing mandate that need to file, that made enough money to file. And they're asking everybody, do you own crypto? Have you transferred any crypto? Have you exchanged any crypto? So I'm actually going to pull that up just so I can get the language correct, because this is important and there's a reason why it's important. Some people don't want to disclose their crypto, so much so that they're lying about it. And I get it. People don't want the government to know what's going on, right? In particular, Bitcoin was built to give people anonymity, basically to move in secret. Problem is, with that anonymity, I think people make a bigger deal about this than what it actually is, but people will also show that there is illegal activity going on. So there's illegal activity going on, whether it was Silk Road or some of these other quote-unquote dark web facilities or sites where people are buying stuff that's illegal, sometimes ordering hits, sometimes even what's the word I'm looking for here? Even sometimes hackings. I mean, there's been hacks of Bitcoin. There's been hacks of certain things, and not Bitcoin itself, but some of the applications that Bitcoin runs on, or some of the exchanges that Bitcoin runs on. And so there's a lot of illegal activity. And so that starts to paint this narrative that only criminals and kidnappers and terrorists use crypto because they want to run in the shadows. They don't want to be seen. They want to be, again, elusive and run unseen and unchecked. Now, the IRS and some of the other alphabet boys have kind of unlocked a lot of these ways to figure out what's going on. They're always into something now. Some of my crypto friends will say it's going to take the government years and years and years to figure out actually what's going on. And yeah, the government is a little slow, no denying that. But if you don't think they coming, I would say you are smoking crack, that good quality crack that's out there floating around. So I want everybody to be aware. And once you're aware, you can make the decision for yourself, whether you want to disclose your crypto or not. Now, here's the rule, and I'm going to get back to this IRS question, but here's the rule. You only have to worry about paying taxes on crypto if you sold it and if you made a gain or loss. You have to report it, or you should want to report it either way. You have to report it if you made a gain. If you made a loss, you should want to report it because it'll help bring down your overall income. So, again, you want to follow the letter of the law when it comes to this. Now, let me see here. I want to bring up this question, and again, there's a whole reason why I am talking about this. Give me 1 second. That's the wrong form. It's not what I want. Everything's moving slow. Everything's moving super slow. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, that should work. All right, I'm going to share this with y'all. Give me 1 second. Listen, while we are waiting, while I'm just maneuvering some of the things in the background, remember you are watching the Finance Rebel Show. You're listening to the Finance Rebel Show. This is our Wealthy Wednesday segment. This is our Wealthy Wednesday segment. I am Kamari Ellis, the Finance Rebel. We do these shows every week to help promote financial education in the Black community so we can have a better opportunity to take advantage and dictate what our overall destiny is. All right, so that's a little small. There we go. So, to me, it's really important that we start taking control of our financial destinies, because every day we are out here either spending money, making money, worried about money, thinking about money somehow, some kind of way. Wouldn't it be nice if we could actually understand what we're really thinking about instead of just running around thinking about things just because, and we don't have any command of it? Now, typically, when we understand that our money, we know that a lot of times our money will dictate what kind of job we get. Credit scores come into play with that, right? Also, when we're thinking about money, we have to understand that sometimes, again, credit score will also dictate how much you're paying in insurance, right? Typically, the higher level of financial education you have, typically the more money you're able to make, or at least the more opportunities you have to negotiate and understand things, and understand how things work. All right. Kevin Gee's in the building. Takeover Legends are here. Gitrus Rental, how are you? Forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. Big Real 856, how are you? Boss Man PG is in the building as well. Welcome. Jay, hey, how are you doing? Andre Jude, how are you? Mr. Stotts, how are you? Welcome. All right, so I wanted to show y'all this here. All right, I'll come back to that. All right, so I wanted to show y'all, again, the 1040, right? So the 1040, I don't know if you can see it really, really clear. Let me blow it up a little bit here. So the 1040, there is a question. The question is, at any time during 2020, this is going to be on every year. So this year is the 2021 year. So at any time during 2021, did you receive, sell, send, exchange, or otherwise acquire any financial interest in any virtual currency? I'm going to read that back again. At any time during 2021, did you receive, sell, send, exchange, or otherwise acquire any financial interest in any virtual currency? Now, why is this important? Because I know there are some people who are saying no, when in actuality it's yes. They received it, they might have brought it, they might have given it away. Give you a perfect example. My brothers over at By the Hood, Jimmy and Corey, they did a giveaway. They did a Bitcoin giveaway. Live. This was live on YouTube, y'all. So, right, we know the government's watching all the social medias. If you think they're not watching, you are moving a little slow, all right? And I'm going to need y'all to pick up speed a little bit faster, okay? So they gave me I won $25 in Bitcoin. They sent it to me via Cash App. Guess what I'm going to do? I am now going to check the box, yes, did I receive any crypto? Because I did receive it. I didn't necessarily buy it, but I received it. And again, I'm going to tell you why that's important. There is no statute of limitations on fraud. Again, there is no statute of limitations on fraud. One more time for the people in the back. There's no statute of limitations on fraud. Why do I say that? If I knowingly give an inaccurate answer, it could be perceived as fraud. So since there's no statute of limitations on fraud, and I lie on my tax returns, how far back can they go on my tax returns? Opens up a whole other can of worms. Opens up a whole other can of worms. You definitely want to tell the truth, y'all. All right? You definitely want to tell the truth. You don't want to be out here lollygagging, playing around with these alphabet boys. They love to put us in rented orange suits and throw us away with no key. You in jail without no bail. And I can't do that. I can't do that at all. So again, listen, you want to check that box accurately, all right? Because if you don't, you run a potential of being deemed as filing a fraudulent tax return, all right? I repeated myself twice. They say you have to repeat things because repetition is the mother. What do they say? Repetition is the mother of, man, I forgot what it is now. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? I'm repeating it over and over again so you can get it. I want you to get it. Again, please don't lie on your tax returns. There is no statute of limitation on fraud. Okay? Hopefully y'all got that. Okay, so that's one point. Again, crypto, whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, any of the coins, if you are buying them and selling them for profit and or loss, you want to report them on your tax return as well. Okay, you don't want to play around with it. It's not for good funds and gains, y'all. It's serious. It's not for play. This is for serious, y'all. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about with crypto. I see there's a couple of questions in the chat there. I see there's a couple other people who are joining on. So welcome to everybody. And I already have one question in the queue. If you have any more questions, go ahead and throw them in the queue, throw them in the comments. If you're on IG, hit the little check mark box, and I will get to them. I'm not staying on super duper late because I told you I didn't eat at the top of the show. Y'all know how I feel about my vittles. I got to get my food, y'all. So go ahead and throw them in there. I'm gonna share one of the questions. I actually got it on Instagram. It's actually a video, oddly enough. I don't get many video questions these days, but I welcome it. I enjoy it. So let me find that video right quick. Here we go.
Like, say you buy something and it's tax.
Let's start that again. So that's DJ O'Reilly. I can't think of the name of DJ O'Reilly's business. He has a a mobile oil change business.
I got a question. Like, say you buy something and it's tax free. Is this still a tax write-off? Like the people that live in Delaware that got businesses, when they buy stuff, they don't pay taxes.
All right, so I'm gonna run that back one more time.
I got a question. Like, say you buy something and it's tax free. Is this still a tax write-off? Like the people that live in Delaware that got businesses, when they buy stuff, they don't pay taxes.
All right, so I don't know if everybody can hear that. Do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if you could hear that. But I believe everybody could hear that. So DJ really was asking me, if you buy something, right, can you still write it off on taxes? And actually, I need to run that back again myself.
I got a question. Like, say you buy something and it's tax free. Is this still a tax write-off?
Okay.
Like the people that live in Delaware that got businesses, when they buy stuff, they don't pay taxes.
I got it. All right, so he's mixing up two different things, right? So he's talking about income taxes and talking about sales tax. So for IG, for those who might not have heard that, right? DJ really asked, when you buy something that is tax-free, is it still a write-off on taxes? So yes, it is, if it is ordinary and necessary, right? If it's an ordinary item that you use in your industry and it's necessary for your business, the IRS will say, or the IRS has said, Congress has said that you can write that off in your business, okay? Now, just because you brought it in Delaware and you didn't have to pay any sales tax on it, that's irregardless to what the IRS is deeming as a legitimate business expense. That doesn't matter. You can still write it off. It's not a problem. Again, they're two different, totally separate tax systems, right? You have income tax, which taxes incomes, money you make from your business, your 9 to 5, from dividends, from stock sales, from real estate sales, things like that. And then you have sales tax, things that you pay tax on in the stores, right? I'm in Philadelphia. We have a cigarette tax. We have a liquor tax. We got a whole bunch of other taxes. I can't remember what else we got, but there's a bunch of taxes that we have, and it gets a little crazy at times. So that's the answer to DJ O'Reilly's question. I see there's a couple of questions on the IGs. Katie Morris is here. Shout out to KD. Got to give a big up to KD because without KD, I would not be here now. He was one of the first people. He's a superstar photographer, always out at the Dell. But he was one of the first people that said, hey, Kamari, you're doing something special. You're really trying to help our people. Let me help you out. So KD will come and record me. There's a couple of pictures on IG, and he helped me with lighting and just kind of understanding the process a whole lot better. All right, so KD has a question. He said, what if you only purchased them and you have not sold them? So KD is going back to crypto, and so he's asking if you only purchased them and have not sold them. According to that question, I would say you should check yes. Right, again, the question is, at any time during 2021 did you receive? To me, receive is somebody gave it or somebody, you brought it, right? Did you receive, sell, send, exchange, or otherwise acquire any financial interest in any virtual currency? Listen, today is not the day for acting like you can't read and write, folks. All right, we want to be fully literate when we're dealing with the IRS and our taxes, because they're not playing. They are not playing. We've already seen that with Coinbase. They are coming to steal, kill, and take all your crypto, all your babies, all your firstborn. I'm joking. But you don't want to play around. You don't want to play around, okay? So yes, KD. Mid-Atlantic, welcome. The CPA Confidant, welcome. Andre, welcome. I hope I said your name right. I see there's another question there also. All right, so Katie says, I purchased crypto, but have not withdrawn or sold any shares. Is there any tax liability? So no, there is no tax liability, right? So you don't have to worry about paying taxes on it. I was also talking about the fact that they are asking if you have required. So that's the question that is on every tax return right now, every personal tax return right now. But no, you do not have to pay tax on your crypto since you have not sold it. All right, there's no gain, there was no loss, there's no activity. It's just sitting there. Same thing for a stock, right? You don't pay taxes on a stock. You're just sitting and holding on to, right? Same thing for real estate. If you bought a piece of real estate and you haven't sold it, it's just going to potentially appreciate, but you don't potentially have a tax implication or tax situation if you're just living in it or you just have tenants. It's fine. There's no sale. You don't have to worry about taxes. All right. So let's see. All right, Lorenzo Davenport said, I've been in crypto for a year now, getting 4% back on almost every purchase on a debit card through Coinbase, in which it's connected with Apple Pay. Sweet. Be careful with that, because you might have to pay income tax on that, on the income. So be careful with that. Jose says they're trying to stop the Pelosi bankroll. I guess. I mean, listen, Obama brought this up during his presidency. It was a thing. It got voted on, and then it mysteriously went away. It went away. But that's what I'm saying. You got to pay attention to politics, y'all. Latoya says crypto on Apple Pay is a game changer. Yeah, it is. But I still don't see that many people. I mean, I know they're out there, but talking about mass adoption of crypto, it seems like the people who buy crypto, especially Bitcoin, want to hold it. They don't necessarily want to sell it. All right. Jose said that video on tax refunds was dope. All right. Thank you, Jose. So listen, everybody, go watch that video on my YouTube. I told y'all this year is the year of YouTube. I'm focusing on YouTube, working to get my numbers up. So make sure y'all go watch that. Me and Eric had a good time. We always have a good time when we do collaborations together. So y'all know the goal. The goal is to get 10,000 by the end of the year. I'm at a little under 5,300. Actually, I probably could be a little bit more aggressive. We're still only in February. But you know, that was the original goal. The original goal was to get to 10, and then I started to enjoy YouTube, and now I'm looking at it all the time. So, do me a favor, y'all. Again, look at, watch, comment, share that latest video I did with Erica Williams on my YouTube channel. It's called, I can tell you right now what it's called. It's called 3 Ways Tax Refunds Destroy Wealth. 3 Ways Tax Refunds Destroy Wealth. And again, me and Erica had a good time. So, any other questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Explore Sense, how are you? Explore Sense, how are you? Welcome. Let's see what else we got. All right, so we all done with the IGs. Let's see what we have over on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. All right, so yeah, thank you, Jose. Thank you for watching. All right, Michael Toppett, how are you? Good evening to you as well. I'm here, man. I am here. Here as always. Every Wednesday we are here live at 8 p.m. So again, question I asked at the top, I asked y'all 2 questions, right? If y'all are interested in the investment club, make sure y'all send me a text to 215-974-0058. Again, 215-974-0058. And my other question, oh, by the way, when you send a text, make sure you put in investment club. Now, the other question I wanted to ask, since it's Black History Month, I celebrate Black History every day, all day, 365 days a year. But it's also special to commemorate and celebrate and highlight during Black History Month as well. But tonight, the question is, who is your favorite Black fictional character? So we've got some for Killmonger, for Black Panther, for Huey. We've had some interesting ones. As we get later on to the show, I'll share with you who some of my favorites are. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. All right, so let's see here. All right, Thad say, what's up, Thad? All right, so Thad says they're trying to make a case for government-owned crypto. I wouldn't say they're trying to make a case for government-owned crypto. They're making a case for more regulated crypto, though. And that's why you see the Fed Reserve working on it and developing digital assets and coins and all of that. You can, if we're talking about nations, politics, and everything, you can't have a currency that competes with your currency. Now, I don't think Bitcoin is a currency, but it's definitely getting traction. Bitcoin, blockchain is not going anywhere. Y'all just need to get comfortable with that. Now, we've seen it's very volatile, right? So I'm still a stickler to the fact that I don't believe Bitcoin should be used as a savings account. However, it can be used as a part of your portfolio, all right? It can be used as a part of your portfolio. Latoya, that's my tax sister right there. All right, Latoya says when they find it, you better have some cash stocked for penalties and interest, right? So what she's talking about is not answering the question on the 1040 forms. Now, Latoya is a tax pro herself. And so accountants, us tax accountants, we make jokes about this stuff because we see what goes on. We're dealing with the IRS. We're dealing with these state agencies. We're dealing with the public and how their perceptions of a thing can often jack them up in a major way. And so what she's saying is when they find out that some of these returns were done fraudulently, that didn't answer these questions right, and they start to do a deeper investigation, a deeper probe, could potentially lead to audits. She's saying you better have some cash to pay for penalties and interest. So, be mindful of that. She's dead on with that. Dead on. All right, Keita. All right, so you heard that. All right, cool. JT Coins. What's up, man? Shout out to JT Coins. He's always here. Always supporting just about every week. So I'm starting to use my my toy a little bit more, starting to have more fun with it. So y'all can hear me throwing awesome sounds a little bit more. So Lorenzo says, thoughts on buying crypto under the LLC. Is there any benefit to that in regards to taxes? I have a cleaning business and I want to take my income and convert it into crypto to stake under a stable coin. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take your income. And when you say income to me, I'm feeling like you're talking about all your income, kind of like an Odell Beckham when he signed that $150,000 contract when Bitcoin was about $62,000. I want to say Bitcoin is now 40-ish, 44,000 right now. So that hit took a little hit. However, if you want to take some money out of the side of your business and you want to put it in the crypto, I think that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. LLC, there's no benefit to having your crypto owned by LLC. No benefit whatsoever. And there's a little thing that I think everybody should look up called piercing the corporate veil. You might even run the risk of piercing the corporate veil if you're only buying crypto, if you're only creating an LLC to buy crypto. So if you're only creating an LLC to buy crypto, you might run the chance of piercing the corporate veil because you really want to have a real business interest. Now, if your business is investments, and that's all, then that's a different story. That's a different story. But I think that's an extra layer of complexity that you don't need. By the way, I know the video from Waka Flocka on $1 Million Worth of Game has resurfaced with him talking about owning everything. I got some words for that. I'm gonna cook on that. Y'all should see that before the end of the week as well. So we definitely gonna talk about that. All right, and Music Man 1982, right? Soda tax. That is correct. Soda tax. Yeah, we get taxed on everything. And a sugar tax. Yes. Sweet drinks. Yes. Absolutely. All right, Philly Amplified asks, if you purchase your crypto 2019, are you only reporting your transaction that occurred when said crypto losses or gains during 2020, or does the entire transaction path have to be reported? So you only have to report the crypto, right, from a transactional standpoint when you sell it. All right. Now, as it relates to the question on the 1040 form, you want to answer that accurately, correctly, honestly. Accurately, correctly, honestly. All right. So if you purchased crypto in 2019, yep, I got that. No, you don't have to break down. Well, so for answering the question, no, you don't have to break down what type of crypto you have. They just want to know. And they're asking for a reason. And a lot of times, they typically ask questions they already know the answers to. And part of the reason I believe that, they don't know about everybody, but they know about a lot. When they got all of the records from Coinbase a couple years ago, they know a lot of people who brought and own Bitcoin and various other cryptos. So a lot of times when these governmental agencies ask you questions and they want you to disclose, many times they already know. Now, sometimes they don't know. They might be fishing. The question is, do you want to run that risk? I say no. All right. So, oh man, thank you, JT Coins. JT Coins came through with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. He says, keep up the good work. I appreciate you, sir. See, I'm here every week. If nothing else, I'm consistent. If nothing else, y'all can count on me for being here every Wednesday. All right. So Shiraz68 asks, if someone buys a flip in 2021, they have expenses for flipping that property, can they claim the expenses in 2021? So here's the question. It's a flip, and I work with a lot of these because I have a lot of flippers, investors, developers as clients. So you only get to write off the expenses on your flip until you only get to write them off until, why am I babbling this up? You only get to write the expenses off is when you sell. So for example, if you brought the flip in 2021 in January and then you sold it in December of 2021, you get to take all those write-offs. However, if you brought the flip in January 2021, didn't sell it till February of 2022, you have to take those expenses in 2022. All of them, right? So you don't get to write off anything until the property is sold. Excuse me, y'all. All right, Static Shock Superhero. Yeah, I think Static Shock was on DC. He was pretty cool. Again, question for the night is, what is your favorite black fictional character? All right. Alonzo Davenport says, LOL, mix it up and show my age, Static Shock. No, that's cool. I just showed that I knew exactly who he was talking about. I think he had like a skateboard or something, and he would fly and propel himself all over the place. I actually think, so I have a small comic book collection from when I was a kid, so I think I might have one or two of the first Static Shocks. Okay, so let's all give praise to Talisha Shine. Talisha Shine is the queen of crypto. So she says CBDCs are not cryptocurrencies, they're digitized currencies. Right. But for this conversation, because Talisha is going to be very technical with this, and I get it, that's why she's the queen of crypto. But for this conversation, I'm lumping it all in because it's the way the IRS looks at it. All right, no. Any new textbooks on crypto? I don't know if I've ever seen any textbooks on crypto, but that's something I would definitely look out for. I know some people like to make it complicated. It does get a little complicated when you are exchanging one coin for another. Sometimes some of the staking gets a little interesting, but it's not as complicated as many people make it out to be. Keisha Moore says, can you recommend a CPA accountant? because we need to know how to structure our taxes. So I've got a couple of CPAs that I can recommend, but since you're on the Finance Rebel show, and the Finance Rebel Kamari Ellis is a tax accountant who's an enrolled agent, which is America's favorite tax experts deemed by the IRS, I will recommend myself. At least, talk to the guy. He's pretty well liked, pretty well known. Been working in tax and financial services for over 30 years. So he's been around. He's seen a couple things. But yeah, Keisha, you can reach out to me. If you're looking for someone else more specific, I'm sure I could point you in that direction as well. So I don't believe in hoarding the wealth. I believe in aligning people with the right person, because taxes and accounting is a very personal, very intimate thing. So you can't do it with everybody. No problem. All right, USDT is a stable coin that does not fluctuate. Well, I didn't mention USDT. I was talking about Bitcoin as a savings account. So JT says, thanks for responding to Waka Flocka. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I got a lot of smoke for that. I got a whole lot of smoke for that. I'll try to get it out today. Hey, Robin, I just sent you an email. Great meeting you. We got to connect. All right, it was a metal hoverboard. Right, Static Shock had a metal hoverboard, so that's why I called it a skateboard. It's all like the same thing to me. All right, so Philly Amplified. So is it safe to assume all transactions through Cash App will be reported? Crypto, stocks. Yes, and yes again. When 2 Chainz said he'd be fresh as hell when the feds is watching, you should always be fresh as hell, because the feds are always watching. So, listen, the feds watch, and the state, and sometimes the city, they watch all social media. When Fat Joe said to y'all stop doing that money game or that money challenge, because Fat Joe has had tax problems and went to jail over tax issues, he knows what he's talking about. They're always watching. There's always documenting. Why do y'all think that when these rappers do something silly and they get caught, it's not that hard? Largely because they do so many things on social media. I don't know who told them to do that, but that's what a lot of them do. So, but yes, I would always assume the man is watching. Watcher. All right, so, all right. So listen, don't forget this question, y'all. Don't forget this question. Who is your favorite black fictional character? Now, KD just came through with a smoker. This is a guy I really, really enjoy. Love the show. If anybody who's watched the show House of Lies with Don Cheadle, he plays a character called Marty Khan. And Marty Khan is a marketing consultant that don't take no mess. So listen, Katie, I got to give you the horns. Because I love Marty Khan. Marty Khan is hilarious. He's hilarious. His shenanigans on that show were very, very interesting. Now, funny enough, I don't know if anybody watches Black Monday on Showtime. Can't think of what his name was. But again, that was Don Cheadle. And he played this stockbroker from the 80s during Black Monday, which is a big time. Now listen, if any of y'all are investors, have aspirations of being an investor, look up Black Monday for the stock market. Because there's several Black Mondays, but look up Black Monday stock market. His character is very similar to Marty Khan. Yeah, Marty Khan is the man. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how to say your name. I am Medsag. If I'm saying that wrong, forgive me. Apologize. Chef Steph G, how are you? Sheila, how are you? Simply Elegant and Jay, how are you? Welcome to the Finance Rebel Show. We do our Wealthy Wednesday segment every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We talk about all things money as it relates to the black community, with the whole intention to help raise financial education in the black community. All right. And Big Drew 9746, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. My precious Prize. Welcome. All right, so let's get to the rest of these questions. All right, Shiraz68, that's what I'm saying on Coinbase. You can get 2% in DAI. I know I've seen DAI, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. And it doesn't fluctuate. I don't know of any savings account, even Next Wallet, 10% of USDT can borrow against it. Yeah, no, listen. Some of the staking and some of the DeFi stuff is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, Keith, so thank you. I look forward to talking to you. Again, if anybody has questions about taxes, needs help with taxes, I am here. I'm your guy. 215-974-0058. All right, so you can always talk to me. Okay, right. Jose says, I love that show. Khan was my guy. Black Monday was another show. Yes, it was, but I can't think of his character on Black Monday. Hey, Ms. Edith, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for checking in. I know you've been busy these days. Ms. Edith on both. Oh, come on now. I didn't see you. You did misspell my name. It's all good. Kamati. That probably means something in some language somewhere, somehow. But it's all good. It is all good. It's all love. All right, so question. Investment club. Do y'all want to rock? It will be for education. There will be a small commitment to do it, right? When I say small, like small, but this is the way of sifting, sorting, and filtering who's serious. I'm getting too old to just be doing stuff with people who aren't serious. So the money isn't necessarily money for me. It's the money to weed out who wants to play games. I don't have time to play any games. I'm too old for that. Okay, Katie said he saw my flyer. All right, Katie, what do you think about the flyer? Somebody said it was nice. I got a couple clients on my flyer. All right, 89 Boy Sug, welcome. Any Brit, welcome. Yes, I want it to be included in the investment club. All right, make sure you send investment club to 215-974-0058. It's not a get rich quick scheme, though, folks. All right, we're not talking about taking $1 and making it to $1 billion overnight. That's not how any of that works. All right, so if you have any other comments, thoughts, questions for me tonight, before I go get my vittles, go ahead and throw them in. I'll rock out with y'all for a few more minutes. Right, Maurice Monroe, Mo. They call him Mo. Yes, and Talisha was the one that said my fire was hot today. So thank you. All right, so make sure y'all text 215-974-0058. 215-974-0058. Get in the community, y'all. We gotta get off being dependent on these folks who want to control our destinies. I'm not with any of that. That's why I believe in rebelling. And not just rebelling for the sake of rebelling, but doing it in a conscious fashion, in a progressive fashion. Kelly. How you doing, Kelly? All right, Philly Amplify says, where will digital real estate metaverse fall into this tax question about crypto taxes? Anytime you make money in metaverse, digital real estate, digital real estate really just it's just like all advertisement. That's what it is. I don't know if there is a whole lot of guidance, though, when it comes to that. But this is what I say. According to the law in the United States, all monies, earned income, are reportable. So if you're making money in the metaverse, you should report it. And yeah, I know I get flack sometimes because I tell folks to go by the rules. There's a reason why I tell us to go by the rules. My show is for black folks, right? Who historically has been locked up the most? Black folks. So I'm not going to sit up here and on my black phone or my platform give anybody any reason to lock up any more black folks. Some people on the YouTubes was calling me a coon for just simply explaining the tax law, right? Some people were like, I think I told y'all, right? I said, but one of them said, I will be the lookout for the master during slavery times. Again, just for telling y'all what the deal is. If you don't want to know, then cool, don't listen. Turn the channel. Turn the channel. But at the end of the day, we have seen the pattern of so many people get locked up over taxes, whether it be doughboys, whether it be Al Capone, whether it be anybody that's done some things that are illegal. There usually comes some kind of tax charge with it. So why even play that game? There's so many ways to make money, y'all. It doesn't pay to be a criminal these days. It doesn't play around and skirt being a criminal. It just doesn't matter. I'm not playing with my freedom. Not for something like that. Now, we talking about my kids or family, and that's a different story. That's a different story altogether. Different story altogether. All right, so Miss Edo says, Happy Black History Month. Yes. So again, the question is, who is your favorite black fictional character? All right, and so Miss Edo says, I came on late. Did you discuss Gucci and Jim Jones already? I saw that Jim Jones was mad that Gucci didn't give him champagne or something. He said he'd be normally drunk. I like Jim Jones, but I didn't really want to give too much fuel to that. It just didn't feel good. I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm tired of talking about white-owned companies. It's Black History Month. Y'all know I celebrate Black History every day, 365, 24/7. Let's talk about some black companies. Listen, there's a saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So almost everything that you can say about a non-black company is going to give them more love. It's going to give them more exposure. Why even put energy into it? I'd rather put energy into highlighting a good black-owned business, or I don't know, a good black-owned book. Here's one. Wealth Choice. Wealth Choice. Right? Can y'all see it? Wealth Choice. Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbrough. Success Secrets of Black Millionaires. I'd rather talk about that. And I do enjoy Jim Jones, like I do, but not everything. Not everything. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so Shiraz 68 says Black Lightning was great and his daughter Thunder. I liked his daughter Thunder, and I liked all of them. I actually enjoyed Black Lightning. It was really refreshing to see a whole black family of superheroes that were defending their city. And again, it could have been better, right? It wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it. All right, did I get this one? All right, so Lorenzo says definitely want to collaborate and work together. I have pretty good working understanding of crypto, and I used to work around the Lower Merion area. Oh, okay, so you from around there? Okay, reason why I'm a fan of you and what you're doing. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, young men in Philly need this and not other alternatives. We need financial freedom. Yeah, we need financial freedom. We do. We need some cultural freedom too as well. Community Solutions Pros, #1 entertainers too. I'm missing the context on that, Community Solution Pros. But welcome. Oh yeah, I love Toby. So listen, Toby's dope. Anybody that's saying hip hop is dead, go check out Toby in Nagwe or in Nagwe. I might be saying his name wrong, but it's him and his wife. Phenomenal. He's a special talent. He is an absolute special talent. Yeah, well, the whole community needs it. I do think. So I do think there are certain things that matter when it comes to gender, but I think I think it's often overplayed and many times used as a tool of division. But I will say this. I will say this. Black women get treated the worst out of everybody. So I do believe that. The Wholesale King, how are you? Chris Lee, how are you? Welcome. All right, Katie says, my company reported a profit sharing amount to give us a 4.2%. And some people hit the JG Wentworth on them, almost demanding that money now because there won't be any raises because they voted. I'm not understanding that, Katie. So I know your company does a profit share. They gave you 4.2%. Some people hit the JG Wentworth. I'm trying to remember their commercial on them and then almost demanding that money now. Okay, so I guess they wanted their money right away. Got you. Hey, 87 ASV. 87 ASV, I see you liking a lot of my stuff. I appreciate you. Over there on the IGs, I appreciate you. So no against a contract that would have paid 14% over 3 years. Okay. All right. So listen, any other questions, y'all? Any other questions? That's a little light. I gotta start using this more. Oh, that's dope. So Community Solutions Pro just went to a black-owned grocery store in Compton today. That's dope. Now, is that the grocery store that the sister started in Compton? I'm really interested to hear that. And how was your experience? How was your experience at this store? Because one of the things I'm really tired of folks saying, and I there's a clip out there floating around, is that there are no good black-owned businesses. That's a lie. That's a lie. Non-black people been raping y'all for centuries, and then now all of a sudden there's no good black-owned businesses. Killing me. Yes, Wealth Choice is a great book. Wealth Choice is a great book. So one of the things we will be doing in the investment club is we will have a book club. And guess what? So I'm going to let y'all know now, I'm serious about this culture thing. One of the biggest problems in our community as it relates to money is we have a lot of money. We don't have a lot of culture. Don't go too deep with that, but just think about it. Stew on it. Think about why we always want to go spend money with somebody else and not our own. It's almost guaranteed when we have a choice to do it. Think about that. Okay. Oh, so Jose says favorite black fictional character was John Creasy. So John Creasy is Denzel Washington on Man on Fire. Yeah, Creasy was the bomb. All right, so Miss Edith says favorite black fictional character, the kid from the Boondocks, Huey. Yep, somebody said Huey earlier. All right, Chris Lee says the Black Think and Grow Rich is nice too. Yeah, I never read that because I read the regular Think and Grow Rich, but I might check it out. Yo, all right, Community Solutions. That's one that's on my list. Easy Rollins is that dude, and Walter Mosley is one of my favorite authors. Period. All right, so favorite black characters: Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. All right, that works. All right, Jerry from LA. So we got a couple West Coast people in here tonight. West Side? All right, so I was referring to people who get in trouble with IRS. Entertainers always seem to get in trouble. Yes, they are. Yes, they do. I did a video, and I was surprised this didn't get more response. Maybe I didn't promote it enough, but I did a video on Marvin Gaye on how at one point he owed $4 million to the IRS. And it's like Marvin is like one of my favorites. Marvin's like one of my favorites. Like, the man is like a supreme divine talent. Like, and it's like he couldn't get his money right. 1877 cash now. Oh, I got you. Okay, all right. So, what's the name of that store? But Community Solutions Pro One says, yes, it's the sister store. It's very neat and it's very clean. How was the customer service? How was the customer service? Because we need to hear these stories. We got to start changing the narrative, y'all. We got to start changing the narrative. We got to start making. We got to start making it public and cool and fun that there are dope black-owned businesses. Now, just to show that I'm not new to this, and this isn't a brag, but if you were to Google me, if my internet would ever work. So I'm trying to find something. I got published a few years ago in the Enquirer for, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Share this with y'all. And this is something we all could be doing, so that's why I'm showing it. Philly stepping up to save oldest African-American bookstore. All right, so this is Hakeem's bookstore in West Philly. It was the very first black bookstore in Philadelphia, and the ads are trying to kill me. The ads are trying to kill me. Okay, so that's Miss Siobhan Blake. That is Hakeem's daughter. She took over the business. After her father passed. So what happened was she was contemplating going out of business, and then a bunch of people started to collectively say, no, we don't want to do it. I got a call from my sister, Connie Greer, and she says, Kamari, y'all should do a cash mob there. Now, what's a cash mob? I had been doing cash mobs around the Philadelphia area. What is a cash mob? Cash mob is simply when we get 20 or more people together. We get 20 or more people together and we go to a black-owned store and we spend at least $20. So that's a $400 injection. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it's money that day. It's more exposure. It's more people, right, knowing about this, right? So, man, they are trying to do me in with these ads, y'all. And so that's one of the things I did, or a lot of things I've done. So I am all in on black economics, black wealth. And so here it says, I don't know if Ms. Siobhan realized how big of an effect the store had on so many people in the community, said co-founder Kamari Ellis. Now it's about keeping this going. So that's, you can see it there. I was quoted due to my help in that effort. And again, it wasn't just me. It was a lot of people. Even the Roots got involved with this. And so that's my name there. And again, I'm not showing this to brag. I'm just showing this to say I'm committed to helping black folks and black business. That's all. That's all. All right, so reading a couple more comments. All right, so Ms. Edith says the sister from Friday started a supermarket. I didn't know that. All right, 87 ASV says, great to show love. Great to show love. Oh, I appreciate that. Of course I got to show love. Katie says, people think that white people's water is wetter, and I'm guessing they think their ice is colder too. That's why, I guess. Willie Lynch has done a wonderful job at lynching our minds. So it's sad, but it's true. And I know Willie Lynch is a fictional character. Now, again, what other fictional characters, black fictional characters, do y'all like? Do y'all appreciate? Board 22, how are you? 3MG Inc. What's up, Greg? Fame 2220, how are you? Welcome. All right, so let's get through the rest of these, and I'm going to get some vittles. All right, Robin says, I'm black owned. All right, salutes. What kind of business you got, Robin? Shout it out. Shout it out. Come through, KD, come through. James Evans. I'm surprised Philly Amplified didn't talk about James Evans. So James Evans, one of his favorite black fictional characters. It wasn't JJ. Was it Michael? All right, Jerry Early, $5 super chat. Thank you. All right, Jerry's asking, what is the store in Compton? I'm trying to get that now. Lorenzo Davenport, $9.99 super chat. Thank you. We got to sound the horn. All right, so Community Solutions Pro 1 says grocery outlet on Rosecrans. So Grocery Outlet on Rosecrans is the name of the store and the location in Compton. Customer service is excellent. All right, so y'all hear this. Grocery Outlet on Rosecrans and Compton's customer service is great. It's clean. It's neat, right? They have a great selection of healthy foods. All right, so everybody should be singing the praises of Grocery Outlet. And here's the thing. Doesn't matter if you're in Philly, if you're in New York. Just imagine if we start elevating the brands of these businesses outside of their city, outside of their locale. And then you tell people in their city about it. That will go a long way. How many people were talking about the Apollo? Right, the Apollo's in Harlem, but everybody knows the Apollo. So these companies, these black-owned businesses that do great work, we should be singing their praises all day long. Yup, the grocery outlet, 25 West Horter Street, is a black-owned store. Yes, it is. And you know what? I have not been there yet, and I've been meaning to get there. All right. Yes. All right. Community Solutions Pro also says also look up black-owned autonomous grocer in Georgia called Nourish and Bloom. Okay. All right. That works. Robin, the name of your company is Money and Works. Now you're a tax accountant too, right? All right. That's dope. Where are you based out of, Robin? All right. Lorenzo says, let's go. That's awesome. All right. Yes, sir. All right, the nation's oldest continually owned commerce center shopping plaza is here in Philadelphia. Sullivan Plaza. Any dollar you spend at any business there goes to black shareholders. All right. Now, he brought up Sullivan, so I had to show y'all another book. I haven't read this book yet, but this book is definitely high up there, and I should be reading it. Now, I'm going to get to it, though. Bill Brother Bill by Leon Sullivan. Why is that important? Leon Sullivan is definitely one of our heroes in the black community. He was the first black man to build a shopping mall in the United States. He did the 1036 plan, where he got $10 over 36 months. Well, his original plan was to get $10 for 36 months from the people in his congregation. And he said, no, I'm going to start talking to these other pastors, and he got other churches involved. Now, Reverend Leon Sullivan was the lead reverend pastor at Zion Baptist Church here in Philadelphia. Very, very historic legacy of work out of Zion Baptist, and definitely a lot of historic legacy work done by Reverend Leon Sullivan. Black History Month, right? I know a lot of times as we get older and some of our youth forget about our history. It's very important. And that doesn't mean that we should get fixated in the past or lost in the past. But what happened in the past is a great barometer and actually a great lesson of what's happening now, what can potentially happen in the future, and what we should work towards creating, because we know what was already possible. So we know it was already done. So let's make Black history important, y'all. All right, Claire Huxtable. Claire Huxtable is one of mine too. And so I had to be honest, Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable is definitely one of my black fictional characters too. I don't want none of the smoke for the bad and everything else, but definitely is a great black fictional character. All right. Hey, Robbie. So Robbie asked, what is a super chat? A super chat is when you are on YouTube and you appreciate the work that we're doing and you appreciate the broadcast that we put together. They want to give me a tip. So I think the lowest is like 99 cents. And I think the highest is like $9.99. Now, full disclosure, YouTube, Google takes a cut out of all of that, again, which is cool. But if you want to give me money directly, you can always cash at me money to the Finance Rebel. All those funds go here to supporting the staff I'm starting to build here with Young Aiden and Young By Conti, and also for any production needs, like with this board, lights, mics. I'm going to get a Mac too for streaming soon. So again, if you want to send me some money outside of YouTube, you can send it to Cash App, the Finance Rebel, $ the Finance Rebel. All right. So Robin, All Aspects Tax Services, LLC. Is that Raynes? RAYNES .AATS@gmail.com. Phone number 470-568-0677. 470-568-0677. So look, I just gave you a free commercial. Didn't even charge you. Talk about that black love. Right? So, all right, I love Florida Evans or Maud. I've never seen Maud. All right, yes, Philly Amplified. Daryl loves James Evans. How can you not love James Evans? He was a man's man. Didn't play about his people, didn't play about his family. No, it's All Aspects Tax Services. I'm sorry. All Aspects Tax Services. What did I say? Did I say something? All right. Okay. Oh, so you're in the A. All right. That's like Wakanda East down there. Yes, build, brother, build. Build, brother, build. All right, cool. I'm glad you like my podcast. You can also, this is the video version. You can also listen to the audios, right? If you just Google The Finance Rebel Show, it will come up on Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, all of those. So listen, matter of fact, I got a bone to pick with some of y'all. I think I'm a little upset. Y'all ain't been showing me no love the way I've been asking for y'all to show me love now. I asked many of you to go on over to the Finance Rebel Show on Apple and leave me a rating and a review. And my ratings and reviews have not gone up at all. I think I'm stuck at like 16. Let's see. Let me show y'all. So y'all gonna make me beg and plead on here? Like I'm Keith Sweat or something? Y'all gonna do me dirty like that? So listen, Apple is kind of the center. It is the center of podcasts. I have 16 ratings, 16 reviews. So do me a favor, can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of you go on over to Apple, listen to the shows, right? There's a lot of good stuff on there. So when you can't catch the show live here, a lot of them go over there, right? We multi-purpose content. I also do some dedicated shows over there so that are specific to the podcast. But go on over there, listen to the Finance Rebel Show on Apple, leave me a rating and review and share it out. Show your boys some love. Show me some love, y'all. Can I get some love? Just a little bit of love. All right, so I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, Katie, he said go eat. I know, but this is what happens. These streams tend to go a little bit long. All right, so let me see. All right, so Evelyn, you're in Fayetteville. I didn't know that. All right, Miss Edith says actors from Friday. Angela means open jackfruit cafe, vegan soul food, not supermarket. Okay. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Mills WP, I'm guessing that's Mills West Philly. How are you? Thanks for joining. Welcome. J. Marie Poetry, how are you, lady? Happy Wednesday. All right, Chris Lee says, forget the past and it will repeat. Absolutely. J. Marie Poetry Music says, are you still accepting clients with the taxes? Yes, I am. I got you, J. Marie. I know you've not been there to do it. I got you, though. All right, and so Katie says one of his favorite black fictional characters is Fred G. Sanford. And if anything, y'all know his son, You Big Dummy, Lamont. Another great show. No, I'm not ignoring you. Just give me a minute. I'm running this show solo. I got my man Hayden in the background help now, but for the most part, I'm running the boards. Right, and I don't think you can hear that on IG, but I'm running the boards. I'm doing everything myself. So one of the things I plan to do someday is build out my own studio. So every dollar y'all get for the super chats and to the Cash App will definitely go to that. Nope. I will not be ignoring you. So again, I appreciate y'all. If y'all like the show, go on over to the Finance Rebel Show over on Apple. Leave me a rating and review. And let's get busy, y'all. Let's get busy. All right, so Sherrod said, he feel flexible to Bill Cosby, forever my favorite TV dad. I support him 100%. They wanted to take him down. He was the man. All right, we're not getting political tonight, y'all. We're not getting political tonight. I already know. I can already tell. All right, so Robin says we cover all aspects of tax prep and planning. All right, good. So we need more people out in these streets getting it together, because there's a lot of folks that have a lot of misunderstandings about tax. So yes, please and thank you for getting folks together. All right, so and here, oops, I missed this one. Carice got her tongue out. All right, says, what do you think about the Google split? I think the Google split is a marketing scheme, right? We talk about that all the time. Google, what is it, like $1,200, right? They're doing the 20 for one split. I guess I can't talk too greasy about Google since I'm on their platform right now. I'm joking. I really don't have anything bad to say about Google per se. But Google definitely wants to get more people buying the stock. There also been speculation that they are doing the split. Oh, I'm sorry. So Google stock right now is $2,831.84. But another speculation is this 20-to-1 split, which should bring the stock price to $150, is because they want to get listed on the Dow Jones. So when we talk about, I tell you all the time, some of these financial shenanigans are nothing but marketing schemes. Nothing but marketing schemes. So Google makes a bunch of money. They don't need to do the split, right? But they want more people in there. They want to get on the Dow. Once you get on the Dow, there's a lot of institutional investment companies that follow the Dow, so they'll always have liquidity. Now they'll always have liquidity now, but there'll always be somebody buying their stock. Their stock will always be in somebody's pension fund, 401k plan, so forth and so on. So that's one of the reasons why I believe they are doing this. Let's see here. So again, $2,831.84. It's going up. It's actually going up. So it was it's going down. So it was almost $3,000. But I thought, right, yeah, it's going up since the beginning of the year. So we started at $28.99. Okay, it hit $29.60. That's what I'm thinking about on February 2nd. Then they announced that it dropped a little bit, and now it's starting to come back. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a marketing scheme. So again, thank you, Jerry, for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Lorenzo, for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, JT Coins, for your super chat as well. I definitely appreciate you all support. JT is here almost every show. Jerry is here just about almost every show now. Definitely appreciate you all. All right, so yeah, I guess if it works for you and your long-term position, if it works for you, every personal finance is personal. Y'all don't forget that. And so I know a lot of people are out there jumping on the bandwagon for Google. But before you buy it, do some research. Learn how Google makes money. Where do they make money? Where, because they have multiple products and services, where do they make the most amount of money? Start there. That's a great way to research. All you got to do is go on their website. They're owned by Alphabet. Google is owned by Alphabet. And you can just go to their investor relations and you can find out a whole lot about Google and their company. Okay, so Jay Marie says, I'm normally in my cybersecurity class, but the professor ain't show up. Okay. All right, Katie says as these time he's out, Katie gets up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and gets to work. So I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at him at all. So I'm done, y'all. I'm for real this time. Thank you all for being here. I'm always humbled by you all being here, making this show great. Now remember, society doesn't really care about us for the most part, right? Society really just wants us to be dumb and blind, and just buying everything that the big corporations stick out, with no regard to how those monies will be spent in your community or not in your community. So the key is to rebel. And what I mean by rebelling is doing something different than the average, because society wants us to be average. Society wants us to just go with the status quo. You don't do anything to honor yourself, your family, your elders, your community, your ancestors by being average. God gave us all great divine talents, gifts, and treasures. Put them to use. Do some research. Start reading. Rebel. Just doing what God wants you to do and what you want you to be is an act of rebellion, y'all. I don't know if y'all are following it or not. All the great people, man or woman, who've ever done anything of significance that were God ordained, rebelled. They were all rebels, all of them. So listen, you rebel in your own way. You make that determination. All I ask is that you be great when you're doing it. All right? So everybody have a great night, and I will see you all soon. Have a great one, y'all. Bye-bye.